Hey guys, so you know the drill. Just checking to see if the stream is actually on. Checking to see if you guys can actually hear me. And actually just going to set everything up, you know? So if you'll give me a moment of your time, I'll log on right now. Here we are. Okay, you are able to hear everything I'm saying and doing at the moment. I can guarantee that now. Now, today we've just got very basic, back to normal Warframe. You can see it next to the loading screen. Warframe. If you want to join me, you're welcome to. If you have the game, I will say this right now. Not many people enjoy the start of it because it is a game where you start off with a huge grind task. So, it's been a while, so I'll give you the rundown, tell you what it was like for me, and I'll give you another rundown on what most people end up doing. So the rundown being, you start off as your character, a Tenno. You're given the choice of 1 to 4 Warframes, and actually, I'll quickly, options, see if there's a, This game is on PlayStation and on Steam. Oh, yep, cross-platform play. Well, I'll be. So, how you play the game is quite simple. You start off choosing one of 4 different Tennos. You choose your Tenno, and you choose 1 of 4 Warframe, which is your armor, your Tenno pilots. Let me see. Now, at the very start, if you're playing the game normally, it's not that bad. It's really fun. It's got a unique movement system. It's quite entertaining. But when you start leveling up your character, your Warframe, it becomes quite difficult. Because you change your armor, you change your weapons, but to get them is quite difficult. It takes a lot of grinding, it takes a lot of missions, everything. So, as you can see, I'm playing as Dante, or I'm not even sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm playing as a character who buffs everyone, not just myself. Now, the whole idea of this character, I have him is, well, purely because, there it is, similar shield, is purely because his ability in one of his weapons allows him to scan enemies. Now, once you get past all the grinding and all the difficult task of getting your next Warframe or your next weapon or your next armor, you're able to really play the game. You're able to go further, try out everything. Now at the moment, I've got this pistol. This I've got to level up, and all my equipment right now is prime except for the Warframe I'm using, which is the armor and the blade you see. Now this blade was a free weapon you could get for logging in on any of the days as part of one of the anniversaries this game has. There is a daily login, and they give you really hard to get rewards. Sometimes they give you bonuses. Sometimes they're actually discounts on the premium currency. Now, one thing I want to mention right here and now, before I forget, the premium currency in this game. So you have your main currency, your credits. Then you have your premium, which is your platinum. Then you have an additional 2 or more currencies which you use at other shops. Now those 2 you can get from missions, or you have to pay real money for, and there's no other way of getting it. However, that one is useless. I wouldn't recommend it. Now, your platinum, you start off with 20. And you can get so much stuff with that. You can get 2 additional weapon slots or an additional armor slot, so you have more choice. And trust me, those become big deals later on. Now, even if you use that 20, that doesn't mean now that you have to pay to get more. That is a method, but not the only method. This game has an additional website called the Warframe Marketplace. Now, nearly every player, doesn't matter what platform, but they use it. And the reason they do it is because on this website, which is completely player driven and is exclusive away from this the actual company that makes this game, is trading. And in a website for in-game trading. Now, you can trade for anything. An entire set of an armor, pieces of it, weapons, sections of them. You can spend platinum, or you can actually earn it through this website. Now, I've actually earned over 60 platinum myself, and I've spent it currently just to get some new armors and new weapon slots. My biggest thing for newest players, and a lot of my friends find, is they don't want to grind. They find that it's too tedious, it's too much. They're like, once they start the game, they don't want to have to keep playing it for so long before it gets good. And I get that. For some people, that isn't for them. However, I would like to mention, the second you play this game, you'll find that it's different from a lot of other games with the similar concepts. For example, this movement system. There's walk, run, crouch, crouch walk. You can get this sort of stuff in COD. You've got slide. Yeah, that's fine. You can get that in COD or other games as well. Double jump. Okay, some games have that. Then you have bullet jump, which actually does damage to enemies. But you can then combine them. You have rolls. This character doesn't really roll because he floats. As you can see, he more dashes. There are some characters who have the passive ability to enter different realms and dimensions. There are some characters who have the ability to turn invisible. Some have the ability to enslave the minds of their enemies. There's even PvP in a clan dojo, so you can work together with your friends instead of against other AI. Now, here's the big thing that really sells it for me. This game is just unique. So, look at it this way. Call of Duty, when DMZ, I think it was, DMV, whatever it was, the extraction mode. When you would go into the battlefield, you could play as any of your characters, have different slots for different things, and then come back with new weapons, new equipment. That mode. Doesn't matter which character you were using. Yeah, they had cool death animations or cool reload animations, cool weapon skins. It all came down to your weapons. Most people used a sniper and an AR or an SMG, and that was it. Unless if you went in with nothing, at which point you just got whatever you got. The skins, the people, everything. None of it matters. In this, you have different characters which do different abilities. Now, yes, you can get different skins for them, but it's not like you have to pay for every single one. You can use your credits, which you can earn through gameplay, to buy things. Now, the character I'm playing, like I said, he's more of a supporting role, hence why I'm not really doing a lot. Plus, I'm talking to you guys. This is...
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
I'm going to leave. Fine.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity.
This isn't a mission I need to do. I'll show you a map. I'll give you a better understanding of what this game's like. Now, this is a very fast-paced game, so do try to keep up. But other than that, a lot of people find that with the game, it's very difficult to find what you're looking for. For example, it's more complicated than it is actually fun. I'm here right now going to give you a huge... There it is. 1 second. A huge rundown of this entire game and how to play it. And one last thing I want to mention before I start talking about how this mission goes and everything else, and I start rambling on and forget to mention anything else, I want to mention this game's code. So, most games, take Call of Duty, if you're moving, it makes it harder for you to be hit. Even with the AI, it's more of a coincidence you don't get hit. In this game, the faster you move, the harder it is to be hit. It is built in the code of the AI that if you're moving, let's say, really fast, so I'm just doing this all the time, I'm bouncing off walls, making it really, really quick, I have just effectively made it so that it is really hard for me to be hit. Not only by people, but by AI. Whereas, for most other games, I find that I could be moving at the speed of light and bang, I just got headshot by some random guy 500 meters away. Like, they perfectly predicted where I was meant to go, and it was an AI, not a person, so it's not like they just did a lead. They just headshot me. Now, like I said, this game is unique. The design of it, the art style, the customization. You can enjoy this game without paying a cent. Yes, it is pay to win. No, it is not pay to play. But you can still do what those winners, the pay to win people do, for free. For example, someone could buy this pistol that I currently have. Now, I haven't paid for it. I've earned it. I've built it. I've spent time trying to get it. However, the only thing is, if you're too bored to do it, or you don't want to for whatever reason, you can always pay and get it. Now, I want to see if I can... See, I need XP for this weapon. I forget where you get the... Yeah, there it is. You can trade for platinum. Now, there are certain areas you do it in, hence why they're saying you can go to Mars. And yes, this is a space game. It sounds complicated. It sounds a little out there on, hey, why are you called a Tenno and not a human? And what are you talking about all these armors and all this other stuff? What is going on? Let me explain it, and it'll make a whole lot more sense. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't been paying attention to the lore. I started playing this when I was a kid, and I started playing it like I would most other games. Hey look, sword, kill. Hey look, weapon, kill. Oh, lore, skip that. Hey look, another enemy, kill. I kind of just went mission to mission, did what I could, got annoyed that I couldn't kill anyone, upgraded, then continued to do what I do. Until I couldn't kill anyone again, and, you know, the cycle. Now, with this, it's actually really interesting. The lore is really good and a very fun game with expertly crafted lore. Now, as for percentage-wise, you'll find that even if you're trying to 100% the game, there is no real campaign for you to go through. There is no real collectibles for you to do. For example, you can earn an award just for getting 1,000,001 of credits. You can earn XP as you go, which is your overall rank. As you can see here, this is a rank 29. Now, let me quickly show you something. This here indicates my playstyle through the campaign missions. Now, like I said, there's not really any campaign missions. It's more like there's missions you do that have a story, and there's a main story, but not really a campaign. I've played as neutral, hence the white and black, yin and yang. You go the black route, you get more black because you're doing darker things. When you're doing the lighter things, the forgiveness and redemption side, you get the white. I play in center because that's how I normally play. So now you have your Warframe. You then have your primary, secondary, your melee, and then your pet. Now this is the weapon of my pet, which is the robot. Then you have other vehicles you can use. It all is complicated until it starts making sense. Think of it like math. Everyone hates math, but we can all agree on 1 + 1 = 2. Whoever doesn't, well, they need to go back to school. However, as you keep going down the math route, you're going to find that a lot of the equations aren't so straightforward. 1 + 1 won't always equal 2. 1 + 1 will equal x. So what does x equal? Well, 1 + 1 = 2, so x has to be 2. Okay, well then what if I substitute x for something else? What if it's 3 + 1 = x? Well, 1 + 3 = 4, so x has to equal 4. And that's obviously just a really simple terms explanation. But it gets complicated. But once you understand what's happening, that's when it becomes simple. You do it. You just, oh yeah, I need to do this, I need to do that. It's not really, oh, but it's so difficult to do it. Or I don't understand it. Not to mention, this game has an in-game built help center. So, let me show you real quick. As you can see, bottom left, messages. So this is my squad. You can see where it says, underneath all the chats, it says square, send message to squad. Then to clan. Alliance. Region. Questions and answers. So if I have a question on something, I can get an answer here. Recruiting. This is where you recruit for your clan, or your squad, or anything else. Then you've got trading. Now, don't mind the music. Now, so you've got your marketplace, which is where you would normally spend your premium currencies, or for some of the different things you can do, sometimes you can go in and they'll give you, here, a blueprint. Now, let's say I want to use this. I think it's really cool, I want it. I don't want to pay this much for it. I have all the parts except for the blueprint. Hey, I can buy the blueprint. It's a really cool feature. Then you've got your quests and your information. So, I've clicked on the wrong thing here. Here we go, codex. So your codex, these are your different quests. I've currently got 2 active ones, and these are all the other ones I've done. So you'll never run out of something to do. It's always really fun. And like I said, there's the main quests where the Lotus is involved, and then there's other ones which are just more fun. Then you have information about different things, the factions, your warframes and vehicles, the relics, etc. Now, the Levian, I have actually never looked at it. Levarian, there we go, never looked at it properly. The Levarian is actually where you get information about specific Warframes in their background and their history. For example, let's go Dante, or Denite, the character I'm currently playing.
Hello, friend. You find me now amidst the bones of all I am, of the thing that mattered most to me in my too long life. You know, I wasn't sure it was possible to be less than a man, for I was a man once. This room was to be a shrine to one of my dearest friends, but now that shall never come to pass. Look around, and I will recount what was meant to be.
So as you have a look,
I've made such a terrible mistake, you see.
I'll show that up for a little bit so you can read it a bit.
You see, in a universe at its own throat, where every living thing works.
Pause the video there if you actually want to read it.
Together. Did I never tell you of Dante? No.
Dante.
I suppose I didn't.
I'm going to... Now, this is the character I'm currently using. Now, when you start the game, it'll show you where you can go to do different things. So you first come down here, this is your ship. Now, quick tour. To your left are your mods. Now, this is your modding station. These are your mods. Now, it looks like there's a lot. It looks complicated, and trust me, it's not. You have low-level mods. For me, I've sort them by rarity, highest being top, so let's just get down here. So these are your low-level mods. You equip them onto your Warframe, armor, weapons, and other things to increase stuff, such as here, shield capacity, or mercy kills refills primary and secondary magazines. Then you've got your second tier ones. They're a bit stronger, a bit better. You've got such as these ones, or electricity, status effects, damage. These are normally your weapons. You can find your health ones in here occasionally, but they're normally, yeah, heat, damage. You'll normally find that they're going to be your damage and weaponry. Then you've got the next level, tier 3. Again, there's a lot of damage ones and very few health ones. However, you find more ability ones here. Then, once you're done here, you've got specified ones, which are an even higher tier. Then you've got one tier up, which are your Revan mods. These are like the highest, and then you've got these ones. Now these are specialized. Other ones, we don't need to worry about them, and these I think are just new, hence why they were up here. As for these, they're really simple. They come hidden. You have no idea what's in them. You just know that they're for a weapon or for an armor. Here you can see it's saying shotgun, shotgun, and shotgun. So I know that I have to equip them on my shotgun. I can only equip one at a time on my shotgun, however, because these need to be unlocked. See how this says, catch one fish, mine one gem or metal, and kill one enemy in 30 seconds. This will unlock it, and these are specified. These will turn into ones like these, where if you have a weapon for it, it'll boost it greatly. I-10 treasures, you don't have to worry about too much. They just give you some iron, which you use to upgrade these mods. Then you can combine 4 to increase a chance for a rare one, enhance the mod, or sell them, or even dissolve them into endo, which is what you use to upgrade them. Next to it are your arcanes. Now your arcanes are a lot like your mods, except they're specialized and they're upgraded differently. Rather than just upgrading using points, you upgrade by copies. So I need, for Magus Vigor or Vigor or however you want to pronounce it, I need I need 3 to get this to the next rank. 6 to the next, 10, 15, and 21 to get to the very max, rank 5. Then you have your pets, your incubator. Let's see. Nope, I've got to show you in there, which I'll show you later. This is normally where your pets are. Here's my pet currently. Yes, that is armor, and yes, it is purely cosmetic. It's actually free, and I'll show you how to get them for free really soon. Here is your foundry. Now, your foundry is where you make everything, where you craft, where you build. So, I'm going to quickly run you through this. Don't mind how many are in process and why I'm not claiming them. I'll explain it in a second. So, here's all of them in process, ready to build. Your Warframe, your primary, secondary, melee, archwing, companion, landing craft, appearance, gear, keys, oh no. Oh well. Modular, mining, and miscellaneous. Okay, let's take a look at these one at a time. Your Warframe. Now, take a look at Ash. I can't just build Ash. I may have the Ash systems and chassis, but I don't have the neuroptics. To make the neuroptics, I need to find the blueprint, much like I have the chassis, or chassis, however you want to pronounce it, here. And then I have to make each one individually. Now this takes 12 hours, and then this, the Ash Warframe, takes 72. It is a long time, but it's quite fun along the way. Now, I do have Gara currently ready to claim, however I don't have enough inventory slots to be able to claim them. The one I really want is Ghost Prime Systems, which I'm trying to get so I can make Ghost Prime the fastest Warframe without mods in the game. And I'm not talking about mods as in like I look like Kermit kind of mods. I'm talking about the mods that you equip. Now, as you go down, you can see there's quite a lot of different ones. Each one has their own set of abilities. And you're also going to notice some of them have Prime next to the name. Rhino Prime. Rhino is the base model, the one that anyone can get. Prime, anyone can get as well, however has increased damage, increased health, increased abilities. Sometimes they're specifically increased in certain areas, such as, well, health, or shield, or status effects. I'm gonna hold off on that. Or status effect, duration / prevention. Then you have your primaries. Some of them will require individual pieces to be crafted. Some of them just require them to be found. Some of them just require little knickknacks that you can get on your missions to build them. Now, as you can see, this is Mastery rank 14. Hence why the Mastery rank, your player rank, plays into it. As you can see, I have quite a few different ones. Again, some are Prime, some are not. Same with Secondary. I'll just show you what I've got. This one I just got in my daily login, which requires the Kraken, which is here, and then some plasters. Then you've got your melee. Now your melee can range from anything from fists, to daggers, to axes, to hammers, throwables, even sword and shields. It's actually really cool to see how they interact with each other, and how many different ones there are. Now, Archwing. This is one of the many vehicles you can actually use in the game. It says Archwing, but you're normally going to find most of your Arc weapons and Archwing supplies here. Then you've got companions, which like the pet that I've currently got Shade Prime. I have an additional component. If I get the Shade Prime carapace, then I will sell it. Landing craft, which are just pure cosmetics. Appearance, again, cosmetics. Gear, these things you can equip on your gear wheel, and they do stuff like deploys a clone of the Stalker to fight for you. Deploys a shield Osprey Eximus unit to fight for you. Some of them are Archwing launches. They allow you to use your Archwing during free roam missions. And then some are actually mission based, such as these three. Then you've got keys, these are for vaults, and this I just made, so I'm actually yet to find out. Modular, which are normally for different pieces of a weapon, so you can make kick guns and other things. Then you've got mining, which are just your gems, and miscellaneous. You want to stock up on Former. Don't try and just let them go. Trust me, you'll want them. Now, this is Shade Prime, the robot that I've currently got equipped to float above my head when in combat. Or I have you to fight against me, one of the two. Now this is me. You have your different Warframes. As you can see, some of them have Prime next above them, and that's because I haven't got them. As for these ones, I have them. So, you've got your Primes, and you've got your normals. Primes are normally gold, as you'll see. Well, maybe not, because I use gold in most of my designs. You'll notice that even here, a lot of it's gold. Probably the best one to show you is this one. There's very little gold because they're not a prime. Now, as you'll notice, there's little descriptions. There's also status, but there's also this I want to show you. Abilities. So you've got the passive ability. You've got your first ability, second, third, fourth. Then you've got tips. So if you're not really that good, or you're dying quite a lot, or you're not understanding how to play the character, they've got different ones that tell you how to play each individual character. Then you can upgrade, and this is where your mods come in. Now you can customize it as much as you want. 4. That's too high as well. Where was ability strength? No, I need maybe. Yes, you're the wrong kind. Sorry about that. I'll be back doing here. I'm gonna keep this. Actually, no, I'm gonna do overall ability strength. Sorry about that. So as you can see, you can upgrade your character's abilities and traits there. Then you've got your primaries. These are the ones I've got. Same thing. You can then upgrade individually, or I didn't do it there because I didn't need to. Auto install. I've currently already done it, so it's already here. But they auto install all of them for what the AI thinks is best. I'll do it here so you can see there's going to be a difference. Yeah, see? It's changed. Now, my total damage has increased, but individual things may have changed. Primary, same thing. Here's all my primaries. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Not primaries, my melee. And here are all my secondaries. My melee. I'm heavily built on my... Which one? I'm heavily built on my melee because it's a lot of lifesteal and other things. Then this here is only because of the Warframe I currently have equipped. If I were to say, swap my Warframe, see how it's now missing? And now it's back. This I probably need to upgrade as well. There we go. Now, that being said, here's your Tenno. Now, when you unlock your Tenno, you can choose one of 5 different paths. My one was this one. I'm upgrading it, but because I'm nearing the end, I've decided to slow it down. Rather than making it my focus and earning the most amount of focus for this, I've decided to unlock another one and earn the most amount of focus on this one. You can also swap to Drifter, which is an alternate version of you. It makes more sense in the lore if you pay attention. Then you have your powers on. That's how you pronounce it. You can't swap it. You can upgrade it, but only mostly with these. Now this is where this comes back into play. I'll completely ignore it for you guys because it is useless. But there you have it. There's my main loadout. Then you have your pet. So here's where you can have your pets or Shade Prime. If you have one of the robots, then they'll have weaponry. You can do the same here, upgrade them, and you can upgrade their weaponry. Then you have gear. So this is a launcher for K-Drive, which is like a hoverboard, sort of like Back to the Future. Archwing, which is basically wings that allow you to fly, plus a large gun on Archwing missions, not in free roam. Necromech, basically a giant robot you get to pilot. And Kite Summon. Aww. It's a one-time use thing. Well, good thing I didn't use it. So this is your Archwing. This is the default one. As you saw, I have this one in my foundry. I am going to make it eventually. Then you have your weapons, your primary, then you have your melee. Same thing, you can upgrade them. Ooh, new one. Sorry, it's been forever since I've had a new one. Oh, containment breach, already there. Then your Void Rig. Now this is the one that I was telling you about, that's just a giant robot that destroys everything. This you can also upgrade. Unfortunately, I haven't got anything to show you here. Then you have your primaries, which are just the same as your other one. But this one has the ability to increase its damage output by turning itself into a stationary turret, shooting explosive rounds rapidly. More like a AA gun than as anything else. But it works great against all enemies. Now, here you have your relics. Let me explain it before you ask any questions. Your relics are broken up into sections. Lith, Miso, Neo, Axie, Requiem. Your Requiem you should really ignore until later on, but it's the other ones you should pay attention to. Now these are where you get components for your weapons and blueprints for your armors and weapons. As you can see, there's a lot of different ones, and a lot of people get really confused here just with what they want or what they need. The easiest way you can find out what it is you want or what you need is if you know the name of it and you have a component. Let's say the Ghost Prime system, which is what I'm looking for, search it up. Hey look, these are 3 possible ones I can get it from. Ghost Prime systems here, Ghost Prime systems here, and Ghost Prime systems here. Now I know I don't have them, and I know I can get them, but where can I get them? You can get it from these locations. On Venus, you can go to those missions. Deimos, Sanctuary, Ceres, Void, so on and so forth. Now, the additional thing you can do is refine them. Now, this increases the chance of getting higher, rarer, and higher quality things. As you can see, look at the gold one, down the gold bar of rare down the bottom. Look as it grows. Then around your ship, you can go to different sections. Here's what I've currently got equipped. Some fish. This is where the music's coming from. Now here, at the moment, I don't even have to worry about it. Neither should you. I don't know too much about it because I don't need to. This is actually normally locked off. So you actually can't have access to this until you've leveled it up. And as you can see, there's a growth on this guy's neck. Until you get that, you're better off just leaving it. Then here is your Tenno. This is the guy you saw before. Now I've got this mask on purely because I've got a mission for it. The equipment are how you actually use your weaponry. Now if I quickly show you what I mainly use, because I actually want to show you how cool it looks. Let's see. Ferrets, hood. Look at that. Oh. Just beautiful. And then here's my other one. Now I'm going to quickly equip the mask back. There it is. Boom. Now I can actually play as this guy. See? Now, here's where it gets fun. Railjack. This is a ship you can pilot on huge missions. You can take over enemy ships and use them in combat. You can pilot a crew. You can do so many cool, intricate things. Look at this place. It's huge.
Pressure within catalytic arteries has been optimized.
Here's some of my crew. Huge weapons, which only can be accessed during the combat. Look at this thing. Unfortunately, these ones repairing are all NPCs. So are you.
All is well, I trust.
You're not. You're not. So there's the 4 crew members. 1, 2, and the other 2 on the bridge. 3 and 4 are just right here. 3. Actually, no. Where is 4? 1, 2, 3. I have 4 crew members. That means there's 1 missing somewhere. Nope. Huh. It's not that important, but I just find it strange. Anyway, now exit Railjack. Come back here. Here we have the universe. Okay, let's break this down. First off, you start off on Earth. missions are locked. Actually, I'll take you to Uranus. No. Neptune, maybe? Yep, Neptune. So see how this is locked? Means I have to do this mission before I get here. See these junctions? I need to do the junctions before I can get to the different planets. See how this says open 3 Neo Void relics and complete 5 waves of defense as such and such on Lua in a single mission? Well, at there are your individual missions, and they can be anything. And then you have your individual planets and your dojo, which is like your clan. Events, this one comes up all the time, so don't worry if you miss it once in a while. Your quests, alerts, which are just the treasure hunt, help, glam, you get rewards for doing them. Then this is where you get the Requiem relics and your nightmares. Now you can get, I think you get bonus stuff from these, but I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that. Then you've got invasions. Now the point of invasions are, it's fun, but you also get rewards after every 3rd mission. Sanctuary, which are syndicate missions. And then your void fishes. Now these void fishes are how you unlock those relics I was telling you about. What you do is you go to one, equip one you want, equip for mission, and you start. I didn't do it there just because I don't need to.
Would you look at you? Worthless, ugly freaks!
That's not very nice. Now, once you complete these 3 missions, you get a chance of getting one of the following items. Any of the common, any of the uncommon, rare, or legendary. And then these are just a bonus. That being said, the main thing I'm working on today, Nightwave.
Now you might be wondering if I'm holding back on y'all.
Okay, so here's how it goes. Your daily and weekly acts and activities reset. Your Nightwave is like your mission. Not your missions, but sort of like your battle pass. You do missions, you get everything in the battle pass for free if you do them. Some can be easy and give you a low amount. Some can be hard and give you a high amount. Some are in the middle, or some are just time consuming. Sorry, give me one sec. Now, as you can see, this is cred. Sorry about that. This is cred. Now, cred you can use in your cred offerings, and then you've got stuff like this, weapon slots. But most importantly, later on, there's always weapon slots and always a Warframe inventory slot. Now, I need this in order to get more Warframes for me to use, and I need the weapon slots for more weapons, obviously. The creed offerings, they change as well. Your mods. Your appearance. Miscellaneous, which are normally actually weapons. For some reason, they put the weapons here. It's weird. This is how you get a Warframe that I have as well. And then you've actually also got Nithin extract, which you need for crafting a lot later.
Yeah.
So, sorry, my voice is going out. So, you've also got spirals, or more so the Deviri experience. Now I'm going to be doing this as well, but this is where your other character comes in, and you'll see in a sec. Ah, there I am. Beautiful, am I not? Also, Noah J456. I'm a huge fan of your channel. You're widely known as one of the greatest COD Zombies players ever, for round-based. At least that's what I know. I want to know, would you be willing to do a collab? Because I genuinely think that there may be a few maps that I would be able to beat. Now, the only reason I say that is beat as in outlast or out-survive. When it comes to the Easter eggs, I'm clueless. I need tons of help just to get through the first stage, so don't quote me on trying to beat you there. But being able to survive for longer, being able to not go down as much, maybe. So, my loyal viewers, that's your cue to go over, hop onto his channel, and make sure you spam do a collab with me. Now, here's how this mode works. Unlike in your normal game, you're not actually the Warframe. Here, you're playing the Tenno, occasionally being a Warframe. You normally have a few Warframes that you own,
like a child,
and then a few that you don't.
Mathila hid from the truth. Nothing but joy mattered.
Then you have your primary weapons.
The Undercroft is a source of unbridled negativity.
Some you own, some you don't.
We are about joy, and nothing but
Your
joy.
melee.
So your path is clear, isn't it?
Your guns as secondaries. But the most important thing, many people don't even realize because they don't explore, you get free rewards just for logging in when you come here. Plus there's the bonus of decrees, and these increase your abilities.
One may chase
Well, not
after
decrees, but
through the fields all
okay, with each
like a fool,
but other things.
only to have it alight on
Let's
one's
see.
open hand without warning.
Killing enemies. Ooh, that's a really good one.
The
Now,
harbinger of joy.
if any of you are One Piece fans, let me give you a bit of a heads up now. This game is really good because, well, you're able to do basically Conqueror's Haki and Observation Haki because of the code in the game of the faster you move, the harder it is to be hit. And with some of the way you can play, you can even do Armament Haki. Now, some of you may call me crazy, stupid, whatever. Go for it. It's not like I can hear you. But in this game, well, more specifically in this game mode, you're able to get decrees really easily. Ah, this is a really good one. You're able to get bonuses for enemies around you. You're able to get bonuses on speed, damage, health. You're even able to get passive ones that slow enemies around you. Set enemies around you on fire. Poison them. And you don't have to get only one. You can get all these effects at once. Hell, you play long enough, don't do the missions, and you can get literally every single one. Now, the main reason people play this is because there's actually a Warframe you can get from doing it. There's a character you can get that requires a lot of, even I will say, this is a lot of grinding. It takes a lot of coming into here, finding out where you get specific things, and then going, fighting, and getting more of them to be able to make it. Now, once I get the speed one, and once I get one of the passive killing ones, this will go by really quickly because I'll be able to get a lot of kills and move around really quickly after a short amount of time. Here we go, deal per second nearby. Here we go. So enemies nearby take heat damage. Isn't that just great? Now, some of you may be going, oh, that's barely anything. That's definitely can't be Conqueror's Haki. But just wait. As it ramps up, I basically walk near an enemy and they'll die. So now you get to see the Warframe side of the gameplay. And this I'm currently playing as is Equinox. There's two sides to them, night and day. The night is more of a passive solo healing, pacify sort of thing.
Many defensive battles within the origin system.
Whereas my day side will be doing a lot more damage based, self heals, a lot of solo gameplay rather than team. And it's actually pretty easy. Like, right now I'm just running around, getting a few kills. And boom. Once we're done here, and we've done the mission where we've survived for 3 rounds and we've escaped, we'll go right back to doing what we were doing before.
The winds blow fiercely. The rains do not relent. Still, the stout bough stands.
Nope, doesn't want to die. Alright. Guess you're glitched. Newbie shot? Yes, you can. Do you want to die? No, you do not. You want to know the good thing? The decrees I get in the other world, I get them here as well. So I'm currently doing passive fire damage to all enemies nearby within a certain distance. You'll notice that before I even get near them, they'll be set on fire.
Your resolve is being tested. Do not falter. Enemies incoming. Stand fast.
A lot of people think this game is boring, and it is to watch. However, to play is a different story. A lot of people also think it's a heavy grind game, and it is when you need one thing in particular. When you don't, it's actually really fun because you're leveling up characters just by playing missions. I mean, right now, I don't need to level up anything, so I'm just killing people and it feels boring. But when I had that pistol, because I was leveling it up, it was fun. I could use it to kill people, get extra XP with it. I could do literally anything just for fun with it. Heck, I could go to an endless free roam area and just walk around mining, and it probably would have been fun, because I was going to be earning some points.
Like ashes, the enemy has been scattered to the void.
There we go. And another one. Yay. Let's see. That's really good. Freezing enemies. Take 80% additional damage.
Not simply be as happy as Mathila was. Why do they have to be so difficult?
The decks hurt you. Give yourself permission to hurt them back. It's what you need.
Now, for this one, it's joy. There's different spirals that have different effects and different, like, not really bosses, but more so, like, different boss characters. And hell, if you want to play your mind, I have the perfect thing for you. Let me just do this real quick. There is a game in this, within a game, that's really fun. It is a real world game, so if you want practice you can play this, or you can do it vice versa.
Died with my name on their lips.
Yeah, that guy we don't really like.
She doubted. She hid it. Her failures merely made her more determined to succeed.
Here we go.
Undercroft is a messy, chaotic place. And you will need to work so hard to keep it together in there. Oh, but I believe in you. You've got this.
By decreasing the space they have to work with, you're more likely to win. Here we go. So, as you can read the rules, here, capture 10 stones to win. To capture, you just have to surround. Here we go. Using stones to surround them, you'll win. You'll probably place... No! That leaves me open to win. 5 stones. There we go, 5 stones. Five more to go. Three more to go. No! You started it! I'm annoyed. I was about to get us another one. Oh well. Killing enemy, chance to refill ammo. Imbu melee attack, still fire damage. That's great. That does additional damage to my enemies. Not to mention that because I have a sword, my attacks are quite fast. Death by 1,000 cuts, you know. Ooh, mid-egg, Overguard. Overguard's really good because that means additional shield. This is a really good one. Status effect spreads. Yep. And now I've got 2 versions of the Conqueror's Haki because any enemy around me will slow down and get burnt, which is really good. Not to mention that as I'm fighting them, I'll be able to use my melee weapon to just slice them up, dealing damage, and slice them up, burning them. Ah, this is gonna be great. When are they spawning? Oh, please tell me it hasn't glitched. That would be no fun. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all here. So what seems to be the problem? So, let's see. Sounds like something's happening, but can't tell what. Oh, it is glitched. You can tell because I'm currently pressing pause and nothing is happening. Well, it seems like this video is going to end because I have to exit the app for it to stop streaming, for it to stop glitching, and that'll end the stream. So I apologize for such a short one, and it's going to end on such a sad note. Especially after I got the second version of Conqueror's Haki. Not to mention that there's a third one of getting poison around me. And then doing additional everything. I'd even get to test out the 80% bonus to my damage on slowed enemies, which is anyone near me. See ya.